Yesterday we have done till pH part, pH explanation of pH part only. So pH less than 7, pH less than 7 means it's acidic characters. pH is equal to 7, any solution has, then it has a neutral, it is considered as a neutral solution. And pH greater than 7 will tell us about the basicity of the substance. Okay, now practical application of knowing pH. Everyday life application. Okay, so in that first one is tooth decay. Tooth decay. So what happens in tooth decay? First thing is, what is the cause of tooth decay? Can anyone explain?
Sugary food.
Yes, that's what is happening. How you got to know about the tooth decay cause?
Saliva is acidic and acts on the sugary substances.
Saliva is not acidic.
Ma'am, the bacteria which feed on the sugar produces acidic enzymes which eat away the enamel of a tooth. So
No, it won't produce enzyme. It won't produce the substance. The substance which is acidic in nature.
Ma'am, the bacteria releases acidic substances.
So here, remember, first thing, tooth enamel is made up of, what is the substance the tooth enamel is made up of?
Oh, calcium hydroxyapatite.
Calcium hydroxyapatite, right? So that is crystalline calcium phosphate compound. This compound do not react with any of the substance except acid, right? Now from where the acid comes. So you write about the acidic properties. Then it is this one. Whenever we eat any food, if it's stuck in between teeth, the bacteria present in the mouth decompose that. That means react with it and forms a substance which is acidic in nature. So due to slowly accumulation of this acid combines with that tooth enamel and corrodes it. So this is tooth decay. Now we got to know that by knowing the pH of the mouth, pH of the mouth should be approximately 7.5. It should be in a normal condition, but due to accumulation of acid, so this value decreases than 7. So it may reach to 5.5 as well. So by knowing that condition only, the people got to know the reason of tooth decay. Now to remove this or prevent this, what we have to do to prevent tooth decay? The acid is the main cause, so we have to neutralize acid. So that acid is neutralized by bases. So which base here we are using? Generally, we are using the base.
Toothpaste.
It's a toothpaste. So we are using toothpaste. So that toothpaste has a basic properties, basic characteristics. So it has the property of neutralizing the acid produced. So when we brush our teeth with the toothpaste, which is basic in nature, will neutralize acid produced in the mouth and prevents its corrosion. That is, tooth decay will be prevented. Okay. So first thing, we should not remain stuck, allow anything to stuck in mouth. So that means after every meal, whatever we eat, after that we need to rinse our mouth properly so that is no food left out. Eat less sugary food. And the third part is clean your teeth with toothpaste always. So that is the part about the tooth decay. The second one is pH of the soil in digestion process. For example, second one is indigestion. Okay. So indigestion process. So indigestion means what happens in this indigestion is
excess of acid is produced in our stomach.
Excess of acid is produced in our stomach.
It causes pain and irritation in our stomach.
Yes, pain and irritation is caused in our stomach, which condition we call as acidity. And to get rid of it,
Using antacids.
using medicines to neutralize excess acid. That medicines we call as antacids. So well-known antacids are
Milk of magnesia.
milk of magnesia, right? And
Baking soda.
baking soda. So milk of magnesia and baking soda, right? Only these examples, don't write anything else. Okay, so that is the indigestion process. Then the third one is soil, pH of soil. So by knowing the pH of soil, how the farmer is get benefited. Yes, farmer is getting benefited by knowing the pH of the soil. How?
The pH of a soil should usually be near to neutral, but due to acid rain and other reasons, it can become acidic. So by knowing the pH of the soil, the farmer can use the manures or fertilizers depending on whether it's an acid or whether the soil is acidic or basic to treat it.
Yes, right. So generally crops, some of the crops grows in basic medium, some of the crops grows in neutral medium. So by knowing the pH of the soil, the farmer will get to know which crop can be sown into the soil, and he can prepare the soil for proper plantation of a crop. The sowing the seeds, he can prepare the soil. So before preparation of the soil, he has to check the pH values. So if he is sowing the crop which do not which cannot grow in the acidic medium, and he will get to know that the soil is acidic in nature, so he has to neutralize this. So to neutralize it, what are the substances can be mixed into the soil?
Quicklime.
Quicklime.
Slakelime.
Any basic substance can
Slakelime.
be added, that is slakelime, quicklime, or
Calcium carbonate.
calcium carbonate. Limestone powder is also can be added. Okay, so if the soil turns acidic, he has to neutralize that acid by using some basic substances, that is quicklime, slake lime, or limestone powder, chalk powder can be added. And if soil has turned basic, sometimes possibility that the soil has turned basic, too much basicity is present in the soil, so that also can be neutralized by, how can he neutralize it?
Adding manures.
Adding manures. So adding fertilizers and manures which are acidic in nature, they can neutralize, the farmer can neutralize the basicity of the soil. Clear about the pH of soil? So don't write baking soda, don't write any other milk of magnesia, all those cannot be used in soil. Soil, we are using only the products of calcium we are using. No any other substances used. So don't tell baking soda and this one also. Milk of magnesia, all those are only antacids, not for soil. Okay, and the fourth one is self-defense by plants and animals. Self-defense of animals and plants. So can you tell?
The bee sting is acidic in nature. So
Due to how it is acidic, what it consists of?
Methanoic acid.
Methanoic acid. It's a bee sting or insect bites or ant bites generally consist of methanoic acid, formic acid, which is acidic in nature, so causes pain and irritation in the place where they bite. To get relief from that pain,
Rubbing base.
baking soda.
has to be rubbed, that area, infected area should be rubbed with basic substances. So basic substances, we can use baking soda or what are the substances we can use?
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste, yes, we can use toothpaste.
Soap.
Toothpaste, baking soda, soap solutions we can use, which are basic in nature, right? This is all about the pH part. Now next is salts. So write all these reasons by yourself in your own words. Write down. This question can be asked for 3 marks. Explain the role of pH in everyday life. 3-mark question can be asked.
So we write all the 4 of them?
3, any 3 you can write. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Done. Have you finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next part is salts. The salts, 5 salts, its preparation, uses is important part and its chemical name. When the salts, first one is what are salts? First part is what are salts?
Compounds produced after neutralization of acid and base.
So compounds produced along with water when acid reacts with base. Such substances are called as salts. So any acid reacts with any base, it will form salt and water. So from acid, the negative ion will come from the acid and positive metal ion and negative non-metal ion combines to form salts. Okay. So these are the salts. There are different salts depending on the acid, which acid is present in that salt. The name of the salt will come. So here, if the question is asked, how can we say that is ammonium chloride is acidic in nature? You have to write 2 reasons. It's not only one. 2 reasons, or even you can consider that is the sodium carbonate is basic in nature, but sodium sulfate is acidic. Oh, sorry, it's neutral. How can we say or give reason sodium sulfate is neutral, though sodium carbonate is basic in nature? What you will explain here? How to explain this part? Sodium sulfate is neutral, but sodium carbonate is as basic. Give reason.
Because sodium sulfate is formed by the reaction of sodium hydroxide and sulfuric acid, which are both strong acids and base. So they form a neutral salt. But whereas when sodium hydroxide reacts with carbonic acid, it forms sodium carbonate. So carbonic acid is a weak acid. So when it neutralizes sodium hydroxide, it forms a basic salt.
Here, and one more thing you have to write in terms of H plus and OH minus ions. So when both strong acid and base react together, so no H plus or OH minus ions left in the salt solution, which makes the salt neutral. But in case of when strong base combines with weak acid, excess number of OH minus ions left along with aqueous salt solutions. Therefore, that salt shows basic properties. It's clear? So the aqueous solution of a salt, if it produces H plus ions, then that acid, there's 2 reasons. One is the parent acid and base in terms of that you have to write. And the second one is formation of H plus or OH minus ions you have to explain. Both you have to explain. You cannot explain only one. Most of the students in exam test whenever I've given that time you have written only the one part. That is, it will produce H plus ions in the water, therefore it is acidic in nature. Ammonium chloride is acidic in nature. That question I have given you. So there are 2 reasons. One thing, it will in an aqueous solution, it will produce H plus ions. And the second reason is it is produced from strong acid and weak base. So therefore it has H plus ions. Excess H plus ions are there in the salt, in the aqueous solution of salt. So therefore it is acidic in nature. Is it clear? Question clear? Answer clear? More than
Yes, ma'am.
question, answer should be clear. Is that clear answer? So don't lose
Yes.
write both the reasons. First is presence of H plus ions. Second one is the parent acid and parent base it is formed from. Okay. Then for salt, common salt, chemical name,
Sodium chloride.
sodium chloride, NaCl, sodium chloride. Okay, preparation. What is the preparation method? How it is prepared?
When the base, chemically, it's when the base NaOH reacts with hydrochloric acid.
It will form NaCl and H2O. Second one, commercially. Purvi, how it is produced commercially? Purvi, are you there? Purvi, are you there? How many double C's? Okay. Okay, Nainika, tell me. Nainika, are you there? Or you're also not there? Yeah, commercial production of salt?
No, I can't hear you.
How to produce commercial production of salt?
Okay.
Yes.
Ma'am, can I try?
Santosh?
Yes, ma'am. By evaporation of seawater and underground deposits of salt,
Yes,
rock salt.
rock salt. Evaporation of seawater and deposition, underground deposition. Mining of underground deposition of rock salt. It is already present, it is mined out. So this way the common salt is obtained. The uses of common salt. Just a second. Okay, then uses of common salt, sir.
Used to melt ice in the cold countries.
Okay,
It's used also used for adding in foods to add flavors.
Couldn't get better.
To add flavors in the
Okay, yeah.
food.
To add flavor in
Preservatives and pickles.
yes, as a preservative.
Used in manufacture of chemicals.
Like
Like washing soda and baking soda. No, baking soda.
chemicals like baking soda. Even washing soda also. Okay, and an important one is chlor-alkali process. What do you mean by chlor-alkali process? Janvi? Janvi not there today? Vishnu?
Yes, ma'am.
What is chlor-alkali process?
When current is passed through brine solution, that is aqueous solution of sodium chloride, it forms sodium hydroxide, chlorine gas, and hydrogen gas. And it forms alkali, which is sodium hydroxide, and chlorine, so it's called chloralkali process.
Yes, very good. And the reaction is?
2NaCl plus H2 gives 2NaOH plus Cl2 plus H2.
Condition?
Current.
If you don't write, you will not get any marks for that. Okay. When current is passed through concentrated aqueous salt solution, common salt solution, sodium chloride, which is also called as brine solution. Chlorine and alkali, that is sodium hydroxide, is produced. Sodium hydroxide along with hydrogen gas is produced. This process is called as chloralkali process. Okay. And the reaction, remember properly, don't do any mistake. This is, if you don't forget this current, then it will form NaOH plus H2 plus Cl2. Okay. So this is a reaction of chloralkali process. Which gas is obtained at cathode? Which gas is obtained at cathode?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Which is obtained at anode?
Chlor.
Chlorine.
Chlorine process. And how it is a sodium hydroxide is obtained?
Ma'am, is formed near cathode.
Near the cathode. That is in the electrolyte it is formed. Okay, so this is chloralkali process. Next part is, by using chloralkali process product, that is the chlorine is used to form next salt, that is bleaching powder. Shreya, NR, what is the formula of bleaching powder and what is the chemical name? Shreya?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, ma'am, it is NaCO3.
No.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Powder. Yes.
Ma'am, are you sharing your screen?
Yes, I'm sure.
Ma'am, the chemical name is sodium hydrogen carbonate.
That is baking soda, Shreya. That is baking soda. This is bleaching powder I am asking.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Bleaching powder, it is CaOCl2.
CaOCl2. What's the name? Chemical name?
Ma'am, it is also called as chloride of lime. Lime chloride.
Chemical name. What is the chemical name? Name is calcium oxychloride. Preparation. Arvind, how to prepare bleaching powder?
Ma'am, ma'am, it's formed by the action of chlorine on dry slate lime.
Slate lime formula.
Ma'am, calcium hydroxide.
Calcium hydroxide. It will form bleaching powder plus water. So this is bleaching powder. Uses. Where we use it?
Bleaching, bleaching cotton in textile industry and wood pulp and paper.
Bleaching clothes in textile industry. Bleaching wood pulp in paper industry. Third,
Used as a disinfectant to clean water.
used as disinfectant to purify water, even swimming pools. Also,
Used as an oxidizing agent.
strong oxidizing agent. These are the uses of bleaching powder. Third salt,
Baking soda.
chemical name,
Sodium hydrogen carbonate.
sodium hydrogen carbonate. Formula
NaHCl.
NaHCO3. Preparation
NaCl plus water plus
Ammonium.
NH3 plus CO2 gives NaHCO3 plus NH4Cl.
This is baking soda. So this is a brine. And NaCl plus H2O plus ammonia. It is also called ammoniacal brine. Ammoniacal brine, that means ammonia plus brine. It's clear? So it is, can be considered as the earlier method they used to do this one, ammoniacal brine. Ammoniacal brine means NH3 and concentrated solution of sodium chloride. That is also called as ammoniacal brine. So instead of using the word, what will happen when the carbon dioxide is passed through ammoniacal brine? Which two salts are produced? And then further reactions can be given. Clear? Are you able to understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then uses, where we use it?
Baking.
To the baking industry for
Making baking powder.
baking powder. It is an ingredient of baking powder, but where it is exactly used? For
making cakes and breads.
Making cakes and breads more fluffier. This is called this one. Baking soda is used to make. It is used in baking industry to make cakes and breads and cakes fluffier. Even it is used in crispy pakoras. Even in dhoklas also we use it, so that is it will make whatever the things spongier are present, the food particles which are spongy, food which has a sponginess, you can compress it. So all those substances mostly consist of baking soda. Okay. Which properties of baking soda is useful in this? Which
Because
property
it produces carbon dioxide.
when
Heated.
heated strongly it will produce carbon dioxide
Na2CO3.
which traps between the batter and makes it produces air holes which gives the spongy texture. Okay. So important properties: decomposition of baking soda after strong heating. So when NaHCO3 heated strongly, it will decompose to form Na2CO3 plus CO2 plus H2O. So this carbon dioxide accumulates between the batter, creates air holes, which will help in formation of spongy texture. Okay, so that is the use of baking soda in food industries. But instead of baking soda, we use baking powder. Purvi, what is baking powder? And why you joined half an hour late? Yes, Purvi.
Ma'am, I joined in the laptop and I couldn't use microphone, so I joined through phone now.
Initially, you are not there. Fine. What is baking powder?
Ma'am, baking powder, it is a mixture of baking soda with mild acid.
Name of the acid?
Ma'am, tartaric acid.
Tartaric acid. What is the function of tartaric acid? What is the function of tartaric acid? Why we use tartaric acid then? No idea. Shreya, K.
Ma'am, it neutralizes the excess acid present and it removes the bitterness present in the batter.
Excess base, not acid.
Yes, ma'am, base, sorry. And it removes the bitterness from the batter.
Due to the accumulation of base. When we add baking soda, sodium carbonate is formed, which is basic in nature. So to neutralize that base, acid is present so that the bitterness of basic substances, bitterness can be removed by adding or by neutralizing that base due to acid. So tartaric acid neutralizes the Na2CO3 sodium carbonate, which might give bitterness. So to remove that bitterness, we have to use baking powder, not baking soda. Okay, another use of baking soda?
Fire extinguishers.
It is used in a fire extinguishers, right? So it is present in soda acid fire extinguishers, in which soda is baking soda and acid is
H2SO4.
H2SO4. Sulfuric acid is the acid present in it. Okay. So this is, and the third use?
It's used as an antacid.
Antacids.
Used as an antacid to get rid of excess acid or neutralize excess acid produced in the stomach. Okay. So that is about baking soda. Then next is washing soda. So next salt is washing soda. Chemical name?
Sodium carbonate decahydrate.
Sodium carbonate decahydrate. that is Na2CO3 dot 10H2O. Preparation, first formation of baking soda, then baking soda heated strongly to produce sodium carbonate, and then that sodium carbonate dissolves into water. It dissolves in water to form sodium carbonate decahydrate. So all three steps you have to write down. Clear? So washing soda is crystallized soda ash. It's called washing soda. Soda ash, sodium carbonate is a soda ash. When we add water, it gets converted into crystal form. So that is called as washing soda. Uses?
Used for making
Cleaning
glass.
clothes.
Use for making?
Glass.
Borax.
Glass, borax, caustic soda,
Paper.
etc. Paper, synthetic fibers.
Ma'am, to remove hardness from water.
Permanent hardness. To remove permanent hardness of water, we use washing soda. And
Cleaning clothes.
Next.
cleaning clothes, to make soaps and detergents. To prepare in, it is helps in preparation of, which it is used in preparation of detergents. To wash clothes. Okay. So that is about the washing soda. Remember, the important one is removal of permanent hardness of water. Clear? Then next is calcium, sorry, it is POP. The last one is POP. So what is POP?
CaSO4 dot half H2O is also known as calcium sulfate hemihydrate.
Yes, very good, Prinika. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate is the chemical name of this plaster of Paris. Prepared by
Heating gypsum.
Heating gypsum.
373 degree Kelvin.
Yes, heating it at 373 Kelvin, it will produce CaSO4 dot half H2O plus 1.5 H2O. So this way POP can be produced. Where we use it?
Supporting fracture bones.
Supporting bone fractures.
Make surface.
Wall decorations.
Wall and ceiling decorations. Making decorative walls and ceilings. Making idols, statues, toys, etc. Okay. Then it is what happens when POP is exposed to air?
It reacts with the moisture of the air to form gypsum again.
Yes, it reacts with the moisture present in the air and forms gypsum back again, which is a hard and remain unuseful. So therefore, it should not be exposed to air. And here, whenever the question is there, what happens then when they ask? At that time, you write the statement also, and you have to write the reactions also, equations also you have to write down. So everywhere, wherever you think that is reaction equation has to be written, so write down there equations. So don't skip that part, whether it is a 1-marker question or maybe 2-marker question. If you think I need to write the reaction there, equation there, you have to write it down. Most of the questions carries marks for those equations, although it is not asked in the question. Clear? And now the last part is what is water of crystallization means? Definition, proper definition it should be. What do you mean by water of crystallization?
Fixed number of water molecules in a formula unit of hydrated salt.
In one formula unit of unhydrated salts. Okay. Fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of anhydrated salt is called as water of crystallization. Salts which exhibits have the water of crystallization. Yes. Name the salts which consists of water crystallization.
Previtrol.
Name.
Ferrous
Chemical
sulfate.
name. Ferrous sulfate, heptahydrate. Second one.
Copper
Copper.
sulfate.
Copper sulfate.
Pentahydrate.
Pentahydrate, right? And gypsum, calcium sulfate, dihydrate. Plaster of Paris, calcium sulfate, hemihydrate. Sodium carbonate, decahydrate. All these are work. These salts consist of water of crystallization. It's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, only ferrous sulfate and copper sulfate, I mean, have the color, right, after adding water?
Yeah, others are white only, if you left out. Others are white. One second. Open one worksheet. Are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
These are what's from this chapter. So first one. Kazi and Priyam want to prepare dilute sulfuric acid. Kazi added concentrated sulfuric acid to water slowly with constant stirring and cooling, whereas Priyam added water to concentrated sulfuric acid. Name the student who was correct and why.
And Kazi was correct.
Kazi, why?
was correct.
Because
you should not add water to concentrated acids because they might because it's a highly exothermic reaction, so the solution might splash out and cause injuries, and it can even turn to vapors due to the heat, and then can also cause harm. And the heat can also cause the vessel to shatter.
Yeah. The container may break, or maybe at that temperature, the substance gets converted, the acid or a base gets converted into vapors, which cause the harm to the people standing nearby. Okay. Now, Tanya, next question. Compound X is bitter in taste. It is a component of washing powder and react with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce brisk effervescence due to colorless, odorless gas Y, which turn lime water milky due to formation of Z. When excess carbon dioxide is passed, milkiness disappears due to formation of P. Identify X, Y, Z, and P.
Ma'am, X is sodium carbonate.
Okay.
Y is carbon dioxide.
Right.
Z is calcium carbonate.
Right.
And then P is calcium hydrogen carbonate.
Yes, right. And write the reactions. Three reactions are there. So write down all those three reactions. First one, compound X with HCl.
Na2CO3 plus HCl gives NaCl plus H2O plus CO2.
Right.
And then
CO2
CO2
or
plus
lime water.
CaOH twice plus CO2 gives CaCO3 plus H2O. And then CaCO3 plus H2O plus CO2. So CaHCO3 twice.
CaHCO3 twice, right. Okay.
Ma'am, they're given one answer in the question.
What?
They're given one answer in the question, like excess of CO2.
Yeah, excess of CO2 is passed through this solution, milkiness disappears. Yes, can be right. Okay, so this kind of questions are there, 3 to 4 markers. Right, write down everyone.
We should write the questions also, no?
The question I'm sending you.
Okay, ma'am.
In group, I will send you these questions. Third one, compound P forms enamel of tooth. It is the hardest substance of the body. It does not dissolve in water, but it is corroded when pH of the mouth is below 5.5. How does toothpaste prevent dental decay? What is the compound P?
Calcium hydroxyapatite.
Calcium hydroxyapatite, right? Then how that's a full process you have to explain. So when mouth medium decreases below 5.5, this means the mouth is acidic. So toothpaste, being basic in nature, neutralizes acid formed and prevents the reaction with the enamel and ultimately the decaying of tooth. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Sharon, next question, fourth one.
Yes, ma'am.
Completed third one?
No, ma'am. Still I'm writing.
Okay, write down. Finish first. Done, Charan?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it is acidic.
Oxide of metal M was water soluble. When a blue litmus strip was dipped in this solution, it did not go any change. It does not change. Predict the nature of oxide, which is metal M. It's a metal oxide, which is also soluble. Yes.
CaO, ma'am. No, wait.
They didn't ask which metal it is. They just asked the nature of oxide.
Yeah, what is the nature then?
Basic, because basic substance won't change blue to red.
Yeah. Yes, any substance you can take it.
Yes, ma'am. It's so basic.
If it is a blue litmus, anything that's basic, okay, fine. But what is the metal M then? What might be the this one example of that metal M? Blue color won't change. Bases do not change the color of blue. They will change the color of red. So which substance is that? M can be
Calcium.
it can be calcium or only calcium.
Sodium.
Sodium also, as well as potassium. It can be magnesium also. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay. Then it is Raghav. Next question. A first aid manual suggests that vinegar should be used to treat wasp sting and baking soda for bee sting. What does this information tell you about the chemical nature of the wasp
The
sting?
wasp stings are basic in nature
Yes, right.
because vinegar is an acid and it is used to neutralize a base.
Yeah.
And second question, it says that if there were no baking soda in the house, what other household substance could you use to treat bee stings? Bee stings are acidic and the baking soda is basic. So we can use slake lime.
Like lime, okay. But if it is not available, household substance.
Yes, ma'am. So we can use toothpaste.
Yes, we can use toothpaste.
Yes.
Or soap solutions.
Soap solution, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then Gokul, 6-1. A is soluble acidic oxide and B is soluble base. Compare the pH of pure water. Compare its pH with compared to pH of pure water. What will be the pH of solution of A?
The pH of water being neutral, its pH will be 7, ma'am.
Yeah.
So solution A is a soluble acid, which implies its pH will be between 0 and 7, and B being a base soluble base, its pH will be between 7 and 14.
Yes, right. Is less than 7. pH of solution A is less than 7 and pH of solution B will be greater than 7. Okay. Next one. 7th one. Who will tell? Ranika?
Yes, ma'am. Let me just read it.
Yeah, read the question. I'm also reading. Yes. Shanika, what happened?
Is the acid H2SO4?
This acid can be anything, doesn't matter. They're not asking any nature of the acid. What test has to carry out if the rainwater, river water contains some acid or not? What test has to be made for that? To check whether that river water has acid or not.
Ma'am, can I answer?
1 second. Let's see. Trying.
You mean burning candle?
No. Why use the burning candle? Acid, presence of acid we have to test, no? So how to test the
Ma'am,
presence of acid?
the specialist should use blue litmus paper.
Okay. Blue litmus paper. As well
Yes,
as.
ma'am. If it turns red, then the water is acidic.
Okay. And if it is this one's concentrated, that's how it is more or less to check that one. More acid is present or not. To check that, what has to be done then?
Yes.
pH indicator we have to use. So you use pH indicator. Will tell the strength of the acid also. The word melting is incorrectly used in the report. So what should be there?
Corrosion.
Corrosion. Corroded. Explain why the drain cover began fizzing at the acid rain over them.
Evolution of hydrogen gas.
React with metal, they produce hydrogen bubbles.
So
That's
acid reacts with the substance. Acid starts reacting with the acid. Sorry, iron. Acids, this one vigorously reacts with iron. And due to corrosion process, the fizzing is occurred. And due to evolution of gas, hydrogen gas also. Then next is Khushi. Khushi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, 1 second, I'll read the question. Ma'am, is X sodium chloride?
Okay.
Y is sodium hydroxide? A is hydrogen and B is chlorine.
Yes, right. And
Ma'am, the equation is NaCl plus H2O on electricity. NaOH plus H2 plus Cl2.
Yes, right. Okay. Then Yuvika, 9th one. Yuvika, are you there? Yes, 9th one. A yellow powder X gives a pungent smell if left open in air. It is prepared by the reaction of dry compound Y with chlorine gas. It is used for disinfecting drinking water. Identify X and Y and write the reaction involved.
Ma'am, is X bleaching powder?
Yes, right. X is bleaching powder.
And Y is calcium hydroxide.
Calcium hydroxide, slake lime, CaOH twice. And the reaction?
CaOH twice plus Cl2. CaOCl2 plus water.
Yes, right. Next one, 10th one. Ronak?
Yes, ma'am.
10th one. When CO2 gas passes through saturated solution of ammoniacal brine, two compounds X and Y are produced. Y is used as antacid and decomposes to form another solid Z. Identify X, Y, Z and write chemical equation.
Ma'am, so the X is Na8CO3 and Y is NH4Cl.
No. Y is used as antacid.
Okay, so Y. So, then X is NH4Cl and Y is NaHCO3.
Yes, right.
And then Z is Na2CO3.
There is Na2CO3, right? Yeah. Then compound A on heating at 373 Kelvin gives B, used as plaster for supporting fractured bones in the right position. B on mixing with water changes to A. Identify A and B and write the chemical equation. Arvind?
Ma'am,
Arvind, what's the answer?
A is gypsum.
A is gypsum. Okay. And B is?
B is
When gypsum heated, what is formed?
calcium sulfate hemihydrate.
But calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Right? Okay. This is all the questions. Yeah, this is the only one paper we have. Okay. Fine, we'll stop here. Tomorrow, live process. What?
Ma'am, in this last question, it's written write the chemical reaction. Do we write both the chemical reaction?
Yes, both. Formation from gypsum to POP formation and POP to gypsum formation again. Because both are given. B, when mixing with water changes to A. So write both the reactions. Okay. Okay then. Tomorrow, biology will start. Okay. So start maths now.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, what's can you just